Okay, let's start with the next question. So please write, for a mixed grouping of cells, for a mixed grouping of cells, derive the condition for maximum current to flow through the external resistor We'll draw a big diagram, and through that diagram we can learn about this question. The question says that we have a number of cells. This is one cell, another cell, third cell, fourth cell, like that. बना लीजिए. Each cell has a EMF E. All cells are identical. So the internal resistance of each cell is R. And in this branch there are many such cells, and let me say that this is the nth cell. So in one branch there are n cells, and हर एक cell का internal resistance is small r. Now we have many such branches. In one branch, how many cells? N cells. So I make the second branch containing n cells, and like that, same branch. I can draw the third branch, fourth branch, fifth branch, and like that I can keep on drawing the branches. Let me now say that we have m such branches. तो एक ब्रांच में n cells हैं, और ऐसी कितनी branches हैं? M. So I am drawing the mth branch. Again it has n cells in it. All cells are identical. Their EMF is E, and their internal resistance is small r. So this we call as a mixed grouping of cells. Some cells are in series, and like this we have how many branches? M branches. Now these cells, they supply a current to an external resistor capital R. Let the current be capital I. Firstly, let us examine the one branch. अगर दो सेल होते तो EMF हो जाती 2E, 3 होते तो 3E, and अगर n cells हैं तो उनकी total EMF will be n multiplied by E. All the cells are assisting each other, helping each other इसलिए their EMF will get added. What about their internal resistance? Smaller, smaller, smaller. If there were only 3, then they are connected in series, the answer would be simply 3R. But because there are n in number, it will become n into R. So we settle down with this idea कि एक ब्रांच के अंदर जो EMF है वो n टाइम्स ऑफ E है और उन सेल्स का इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस कितना है NR. Now this branch, how are they all connected? They are all in parallel, and the voltage across a parallel combination remains the same. So if I ask you what is the total EMF, well, total EMF will be N multiplied by E. So we write total EMF is N multiplied by E. You will say, what about the others? They are all in parallel and voltage across a parallel combination is same. What about their internal resistance? एक ब्रांच का इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस NR है, इसका भी NR है. अगर दो इक्वल रेजिस्टर पैरेलल में होते हैं तो आंसर होता है इंडिविजुअल नंबर डिवाइडेड बाय 2. 3 अगर होते हैं NR by 3 और अगर n हो जाए तो it will become NR divided by m. So I'm going to draw like this and write that the equivalent resistance of all these cells will be NR divided by M. दो होते तो NR by M हो, NR divided by 2 होता. 3 होते तो NR by 3 होता. But there are n in number, so NR divided by M. In the next line we'll write total resistance equal to. You can see in cells का resistance है NR divided by M, and there is one resistor R outside. The total resistor would be NR upon M plus capital R. So we write by Ohm's law, I will be equal to total EMF, which is N multiplied by E, divided by total resistance of the circuit, which is NR divided by M plus capital R. Let me write it again. This is this. I can take the LCM and rewrite it as M over here, NR plus MR. So this can be written as N multiplied by M multiplied by E divided by NR plus MR. That's the value of the current flowing through the resistor capital R. What will N into M really mean? एक ब्रांच में N सेल्स हैं, ऐसी M ब्रांचेस हैं, तो N into M का मतलब होगा total number of cells in the combination. So at the top of the page we can write N into M represents total number of cells. What was the question? The question was कि what is the condition that should be satisfied ताकि maximum current could flow through this. आप देखें करंट का ये फॉर्मूला है. अगर करंट को मैक्सिमम होना है तो जो डिनोमिनेटर है NR plus MR उसको क्या होना चाहिए? मिनिमम. तो राइट, for I to become maximum, NR plus MR, the denominator, should become minimum. now we are going to use a mathematical way of finding out कि ये NR plus MR minimum कब होगा. So with a red pen you can write, consider NR plus MR square as equal to NR minus MR का whole square. Can I write like this? Can we write like this? यहाँ देखें, इसका स्क्वायर प्लस इसका स्क्वायर प्लस 2 टाइम्स ऑफ NR प्लस MR, यहाँ प्लस है और वहां पे माइनस है, तो कितना लिखना चाहिए ताकि इक्वल हो जाए? प्लस 4 टाइम्स ऑफ NR into MR प्लस 4 times of NR into MR. So we are learning this method कि किसी भी टर्म को एनालाइज करना हो, जैसे सम है यहाँ पे, उसको आप डिफरेंस के फॉर्म में लिखें. So right, for NR plus MR to be minimum, NR minus MR का whole square should also be minimum. ये भी टर्म मिनिमम होनी चाहिए. एक टर्म है उसका स्क्वायर मिनिमम है, वो टर्म क्या हो सकती है? 0. So this implies NR minus MR should be 0. It tells us that NR will be equal to MR. So what is the condition for maximum current to flow? So right, thus the condition for maximum current to flow is, we can write this again, NR is equal to MR. But you may say, I don't have so many cells, I have only one cell. तो n की वैल्यू कितनी होगी? 1. m की वैल्यू कितनी होगी? 1. So right, for a single cell, put n equal to 1, m equal to 1. So this implies that small r should become equal to capital R. What are we learning? कि अगर हमारे पास एक सेल है जिसका इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस स्मॉल r है, इट इज कनेक्टेड टू एक्सटर्नल रेजिस्टर कैपिटल R. मैक्सिमम करंट कब फ्लो करेगा? जब स्मॉल r विल बिकम इक्वल टू कैपिटल R. ये लाइफ में भी ट्रू है. हम सबका एक इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस होता है, सो टू स्पीक, मीनिंग ईच वन ऑफ अस इज गुड एट समथिंग. अगर हम लाइफ में उस टाइप का काम करते हैं at which we are good, then the theorem tells us that we are going to achieve great heights. For example, there is a student, he is a good football player, that is his internal resistance. अगर वो लाइफ में फुटबॉल को परस्यू करता है तो चांसेस हैं कि he will be able to achieve great heights. लेकिन इंडिया में क्या होता है? खेलने नहीं देते, कहते हैं क्या, पढ़ लो. So many times it happens कि when we are doing something wherein our interest does not match with what we are doing, तो उसमें जो results हैं वो बहुत अच्छे नहीं आते. ठीक है? So each one of us has to find out कि what is it at which we are really good at. अब जैसे एग्जाम्स में होता है, कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि आपको फिजिक्स बहुत अच्छी लगती है, लेकिन जो मार्क्स मिलते हैं वो दे डू नॉट इंडिकेट मोर मार्क्स इन फिजिक्स, रादर दे इंडिकेट मोर मार्क्स इन केमिस्ट्री, जबकि केमिस्ट्री में आपको काफी डर लगता है. तो व्हाई डिड यू गेट मोर मार्क्स इन केमिस्ट्री? वो इसलिए क्योंकि आप डरे हुए थे, तो आपने सारी चीजों को बहुत सीरियसली लिया और फिजिक्स को सोचा कि ये तो मुझे समझ आती है, I can manage it. ठीक है, तो मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी इज सब्जेक्ट भी वही लेना चाहिए जिसमें आपका इंटरेस्ट हो, सिंपली बिकॉज किसी सब्जेक्ट में आपके ज्यादा नंबर आ गए हैं तो डू नॉट टेक इट फॉर ग्रांटेड एंड से कि चलो ये कर लेते हैं, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन लिखो। लिखिए, if total number of cells are 12, if total number of cells are 12, then find n and m. Find n and m. In the following diagram, for maximum current to flow through capital R. Let's write. It is given that, please make a diagram. The question says that we have n identical cells. This is one branch, and then there are, this is another branch I can make, and let us say now I am making the mth branch. So as we have done a little while ago, it is almost the same thing. So here we have all identical cells, each of EMF E and internal resistance small r. In one branch we have n cells, and like that we have m branches. So this mixed grouping of cells, it is connected to a external resistor, and the value of the resistor is given. R key value is 1.5 ohm. It is also given that the EMF of the cell is 1.5 volt and internal resistance is 0.5 ohm. All this is given. So right, it is also given total number of cells, that is equal to 12. And if total number of cells are 12, so it means n multiplied by n is 12. From here, we can say n will be 12 divided by n. I call it 1. So it was given that total number of cells are 12. Now we write the condition for maximum current to flow through the resistor R is, condition for maximum current to flow through the resistor capital R is, क्या condition थी? क्या condition थी? NR is equal to MR. That was the condition. So N multiplied by R, R is 0.5. May I write it as 1 upon 2 is equal to M. M is 12 divided by N, and capital R is 1.5, which you may like to write as 3 by 2. So you can see this 2 getting cancelled, and n square is 36. So n key value will simply be 6, and n key value will therefore be 2. Next question. find the current in the following diagram and draw a graph showing the variation of current with capital R. You please make a diagram with me. There is one cell like this, negative terminal here, positive there. Another cell here, another cell here. The EMF of this is E, this is 2E, that is 5E. The internal resistance of the cells is, this is R, this is 2R, that is 3R. These cells are connected to a resistor, capital R. This arrow tells us that the value of this resistor can be changed. It is a variable resistor. It is indeed a very simple type of question. Firstly, we will like to write down what is the total EMF, total resistance, and then use Ohm's law. So let's start. Total EMF is, you may like to say that total EMF is this plus that. Not really. आप देखें, this cell is wanting to make the current flow in this direction. ये वाला cell is wanting to make the current flow in this direction. It means ये दोनों cells, they are trying to make the current flow towards the left. This is trying to make the current flow towards the right. They are not helping each other. Rather, I would say this cell is opposing these two cells. तो total EMF कितनी होगी? ये 2E है, वो 5E है. तो total इनकी हो गई 7E. और ये क्योंकि अपोज कर रहा है, तो माइनस हो जाएगा. So total EMF will be 2E plus 5E minus E. And what about total resistance? Well, total resistance will be R plus 2R plus 3R plus capital R. So it is R plus 2R plus 3R plus capital R. So this is becoming 6 times of E divided by, this is 6 times of small r plus capital R. That's how we write the current in the circuit. So it was very simple. The only thing was that this battery was trying to what? The cell is trying to what? Oppose. Therefore, the EMF will be taken minus. We'll now start with the heading to draw a graph between capital I and capital R. So let us prepare ourselves for the graph first. Over here we will take the current, and here we will take the resistor capital R. You may ask, किस इक्वेशन का ग्राफ बना रहे हो? इसका बना रहे हैं. तो वो इक्वेशन में लिख लेता हूं एक बार. I is equal to 6E divided by 6 times of small r plus capital R. I hope everyone remembers that I is inversely proportional to capital R. Graph is not going to be a straight line. It is going to be a curved line. Is it not? So we'll ask ourselves that if capital R is 0 If capital R is 0, then capital I will become how much? E divided by small r. So I will become E divided by small r. Capital R0 कहाँ पे है? यहाँ पे. So you take a point and call this current as E divided by small r. अगर R की वैल्यू इनफाइनाइट कर दें तो क्या होगा? इस इक्वेशन में देखें, अगर कैपिटल R इज इनफाइनाइट तो डिनोमिनेटर इनफाइनाइट हो गया. ए नंबर डिवाइडेड बाय इंफिनिटी विल बिकम 0. So when will the current become 0? When R की value is infinite. So the graph is going to be a curved line never touching the x-axis at all. So that's how we draw these graphs. The next question that we are going to discuss, ये इतना ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है कि इसके बिना पेपर बनाना बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल है. Very important question. Please write. Derive the condition for a balanced Wheatstone network. Number 1, without using Kirchhoff rules, and number 2, using Kirchhoff rules. बहुत ही इजी है. So we'll start with the heading. Heading is to derive the condition for balance. Of a Wheatstone network. You have heard this name. So today we'll draw a beautiful diagram. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm marking the points 2, 4, and 1. 2, 4, and 1. This is 2, this is 4, and 1. Please draw 4 points like this, and then draw 4 resistors like this. We call these points as A and B, and these 2 points as C and D. Across C and D, we can have a resistor, we can have a device which can detect whether current flows or not, so we'll show a galvanometer. Let me mark the resistors as R1, R2, R3, R4. This circuit is known by the name Wheatstone network. The arm AB is called as battery arm simply because a cell is connected across it. The arm CD is called as the galvanometer arm. So there are 2 arms, we can say. AB represents what? The battery arm, because battery is connected across AB. CD is called the galvanometer arm. At the top of the page you may write AB is the battery arm, CD is the galvanometer arm. Just a name. Let us now start with a current capital I. This current can come till A as capital I. after that, some current can go in the upper branch and some current can go in the lower branch. We are not using Kirchhoff rules at all. Otherwise, you would say that the current over here will be capital I minus I1, right? But we are not using that. Let us say that the current is I2. एक ब्रांच में मान लिया करंट I1 जा रहा है, दूसरी ब्रांच में मान लिया करंट I2 जा रहा है. Now, what do we mean by the statement that a Wheatstone network is balanced? It simply means that no current is flowing through the galvanometer. It further means that the voltage at the point C and the voltage at the point D, they are equal, and because there is no potential difference, that's why no current is flowing. So in a balanced bridge, no current has to flow over here. So it tells us that I1 current can continue flowing in this branch and I2 current can flow in this branch. So we can write a line. A balanced bridge is one. A balanced bridge is one. In which no current flows through the central part of the circuit. No current flows through the central part of the circuit. In the next slide, for this to happen, क्या होना चाहिए? Voltage at the point C should become equal to voltage at the point D. I'm now going to give you example. देखिए, मान लिया ये एक 10 वोल्ट बैटरी है, तो यहाँ पे जो वोल्टेज होगी 10 होगी. जब यहाँ पे करंट फ्लो करेगा तो देयर इज गोइंग टू बी ए ड्रॉप इन द वोल्टेज. मान लिया देयर इज ए ड्रॉप ऑफ 2 वोल्ट. तो कैन यू टेल मी यहाँ पे वोल्टेज कितनी रह जाएगी? 10 में से 2 वोल्ट ड्रॉप हो गया एंड यहाँ पे वोल्टेज विल बिकम 8 वोल्ट. इसी तरीके से अगर यहाँ पे भी 2 वोल्ट ड्रॉप हो जाती है I into R, अगर 2 वोल्ट हो जाता है तो यहाँ पे वोल्टेज विल अगेन बिकम व्हाट? 8. अब यहाँ पे भी 8 वोल्ट है, यहाँ पे भी 8 वोल्ट है. ये कब होता है? जब ड्रॉप इन द रेजिस्टेंस हियर इज इक्वल टू ड्रॉप इन द रेजिस्टेंस हियर. अब आगे देखिए, यहाँ पे 8 वोल्ट है, यहाँ पे भी 8 वोल्ट है. ये नेगेटिव टर्मिनल कैन बी कंसीडर्ड एज 0. तो व्हाट इज द ड्रॉप इन द वोल्टेज ओवर हियर? 8 वोल्ट. यहाँ पे भी ड्रॉप इन द वोल्टेज कितनी होनी चाहिए ताकि 0 हो जाए? 8 वोल्ट. वी आर लर्निंग कि if the voltage at the point C has to become equal to D, then 2 things must happen. लिख लीजिए. Number 1, I1 into R1, जो ड्रॉप इन द वोल्टेज है यहाँ पे, should become equal to I2 into R2. I2 into R3. पहली बात. और दूसरी बात क्या होनी चाहिए? यहाँ पे जो ड्रॉप हो रहा है should be equal to drop in voltage over here. It means I1 into R2 should become equal to I2 into R4. We call this as 1, we call this as 2. Dividing 1 and 2, we get I1 R1 upon, this was I1, so I1 R2 is equal to I2 R3 divided by I2 R4. बड़े स्टाइल से मैंने इन इक्वेशंस को लिखा है ताकि जब डिवाइड करें तो ये I1 यहाँ कैंसिल हो जाए और I2 वहाँ कैंसिल हो जाए. तो ये इक्वेशन बन गई R1 divided by R2 is equal to R3 divided by R4. So we are learning कि when the bridge will be balanced, तो ये कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई होनी चाहिए। इसको वैसे याद करने की कोशिश करते हैं। R1 divided by R2 should become equal to R3 divided by R4. आप ऐसे भी याद कर सकते हैं, this by this should be equal to this by this. May I ask you, क्या मैं R3 को नीचे नहीं लिख सकता? R2 को ऊपर नहीं ले जा सकता? I can. मतलब R1 divided by R3 is also equal to R2 divided by R4. So we are learning कि रीजनिंग क्वेश्चंस में हम हॉरिजॉन्टली चल सकते हैं। अगर हॉरिजॉन्टली चलते हैं तो हम गाते हैं कि R1 by R2 is equal to R3 divided by R4। और अगर वर्टिकल चलते हैं तो we are singing R1 by R3 is equal to R2 divided by R4। ठीक है जी, तो बहुत सिंपल था। जो इसमें एग्जाम में लर्न करने के लिए है वो यही है कि the bridge is said to be balanced कब? जब no current flows over here। No current will flow जब voltage at C will become equal to D। If voltage at C is equal to D, इसके दो मीनिंग है, एक ड्रॉप इन वोल्टेज यहाँ पे इक्वल टू ड्रॉप इन वोल्टेज यहाँ पे, दूसरा मीनिंग है ड्रॉप इन वोल्टेज यहाँ पे इज इक्वल टू ड्रॉप इन वोल्टेज यहाँ पे। ठीक है, now let's start with the next. To derive the condition for balance, using Kirchhoff rules, वो भी बहुत सिंपल है। You've done many questions in the last class, तो writing equations will not be a problem. तो चलिए एक सुंदर सा व्हीटस्टोन नेटवर्क बनाते हैं। 2 4 6 2 4 6 ये पॉइंट्स पहले बना लीजिए। And then draw 4 resistors I can call them by the name R1, R2, R3, R4, and there is a galvanometer here. I hope you remember that the battery was connected across AB earlier, and that's why AB is called as the battery arm. So let me connect a battery like this. We may mark this as C, this as D, and it's called as the galvanometer arm. Let us begin with the current. मान लिया यहाँ पे the current is capital I. It will be better if we could call this as I1. So I1 current starts like this. उसमें से कुछ करंट ऊपर चला जाता है। मान लिया the current is I2, and the current over here in that case will be I1 minus I2. This I2 current which is going up, a part of it can flow here, and we may call this current as I suffix G. I2 करंट आ रहा था, उसमें से I suffix G इधर चला गया, तो यहाँ पे करंट कितना होगा? I2 minus IG. Similarly, ये IG करंट इधर से आ रहा है, ये करंट इधर से आ रहा है, and together they will form a current I1 minus I2 plus IG. So this current is coming from this side, that current is coming from that side. If you add them up, क्या आंसर आएगा? I1, which is indeed the current with which we had started. So let us begin. Consider the closed path. Consider the closed path A, C, D, A. This is that circuit line. A, C, D, A. We have. So try to write the equation on your own. Here we are going in the direction of the current. So the product will be negative. So it is I2 multiplied by R1. Here we are going in the direction of the current, and therefore the product will be minus G multiplied by I suffix G. But over here we are going, the current is flowing opposite to the circuit line, so the product is positive plus I1 minus I2 multiplied by R3, and that is equal to 0. In the next slide, now consider the closed path C, D, B, C. C, D, B, C. Please try and write down equation on your own. So that equation would be, you are going in this direction. So the direction of current in circuit line is same. So it is I suffix, the product is negative, so it is I suffix G into G. Go here, the direction of the current in circuit line is the same, product will be negative, minus R4 into I1 minus I2 plus IG. Go further, and there it will be direction of current and circuit line are opposite, so you write positive R2 into I2 minus IG is equal to 0. So writing these equations is not a big deal for you. We'll leave a line and write, but for a balanced bridge, current flowing through CD is 0. That is, put I suffix G equal to 0 in equation 1 and 2. In equation number 1 and 2. So write equation 1 becomes, so I write minus I2 into R1, this term is 0, and then plus I1 minus I2 into R3 is 0. So write equation 2 becomes, this term will be 0, this is minus R4 into I1 minus I2, R4 into I1 minus I2, this term has become 0, and over here you can see IG is 0 plus R2 into I2 is 0. I am going to write this equation again. So it is I2 into R1 is equal to, if I take it on the other side, it is I1 minus I2 into R3. In a similar way, this equation I am writing again. ये है I2 into R2 is equal to I1 minus I2 into R4. What I am trying to do is I2 के नीचे I2 ला रहा हूँ और I1 minus I2 के नीचे I1 minus. So right, dividing the two we get, this gets cancelled. So we get R1 divided by R2 is R3 divided by R4. So it's the same condition. कौन सी? R1 divided by R2. अब horizontal चल रहे. R1 by R2 is equal to R3 divided by R4. ठीक. अब एक लाइन लिखना चाहते हैं. The bridge becomes most sensitive. The bridge becomes most sensitive when all the four resistors are of the same order. So this is a 1 mark question. Okay, when does the Wheatstone network become most sensitive or most accurate? It becomes most accurate when all the four resistors are of the same order. Next question. Show that the condition for balance remains the same even if the battery arm and the galvanometer arm are interchanged. If the battery arm and the galvanometer arm are interchanged. You please divide the page very lightly in two parts. And here we will draw a Wheatstone network. So A, B, C, D, and this is the galvanometer arm. Sorry, this was the battery arm, and this is the galvanometer arm, C. R1, R2, R3, and R4. It doesn't take a genius to write the condition for balance. What is the condition for balance? That we can write. Condition for balance is R1 divided by R2 is equal to R3 divided by R4. That's the condition for balance. On this side, we'll start with the heading, when the battery arm and galvanometer arm are interchanged. So I am again going to copy the diagram. A, B, C, D, R1, R2, R3 and R4. Now I am going to interchange the battery arm and the galvanometer arm. So galvanometer arm के यहाँ पे I'll make the battery. And जहाँ बैटरी लगी थी वहाँ पे I am going to connect the galvanometer. So through a diagram we have shown that we have interchanged the battery arm. Battery arm was AB. With that we connected galvanometer, and जो galvanometer arm थी CD we connected the battery. इस डायग्राम को फिर से बनाते हैं. So four resistors at the same very places, no change at all. R1, R2, R3, R4, A, B, C, D. May I ask, where is the battery connected? You say the battery is connected between the points C and D. So let me show that the battery is connected between C and D. Now I ask, where is the galvanometer connected? You say galvanometer is connected across A and B. This is A, that is B. So I connect the galvanometer like this. If you like, we can make one more diagram, and I can turn this diagram through 90 degree, and then I can ask you what is the condition for balance. You will say horizontally चल लो या vertically चल लो, एक ही बात है. मतलब the condition for balance is क्या R1 divided by R2 is R3 divided by R4. So you can imagine in your mind that you are turning the diagram through 90 degree. This diagram will appear something like this. So right, the condition for balance is R1 divided by R2 is R3 divided by R4. With a red pen we can write now, thus the condition for balance, of a Wheatstone network does not change by interchanging the battery arm and the galvanometer arm. The battery arm and the galvanometer arm. The battery arm and the galvanometer arm. So reasoning questions में ये काम आएगा. So whether you can prove it or not, that's a different thing. But you should be aware about this. कि अगर positions को interchange कर देते हैं, condition would remain the same. चलिए next question करते हैं. ये भी बहुत ही ज़्यादा important है जी. लिखिए. Explain how a meter bridge. Explain how a meter bridge can be used to find the value of a resistor find the value of a resistor in the next slide. Also explain how we can find the resistivity of a wire. What is meter bridge that we will see? पहले heading डाल लेते हैं. Meter bridge. इसका एक और भी नाम है called slide wire bridge. Meter bridge या slide wire bridge. तो इसको मीटर ब्रिज क्यों कहते हैं? क्योंकि इसके अंदर जो वायर है AB वो उसकी लेंथ इज equal to 1 meter 100 centimeter. Why it is known as a meter bridge? Because in this instrument the length of the wire that is used is what? 100 centimeter or 1 meter. तो चलिए एक लाइन लिखते हैं, इंट्रोडक्टरी लाइन. A meter bridge is a modified form of Wheatstone network. Is a modified form of Wheatstone network and is therefore used to determine the value of a resistor quickly and accurately. So we now begin to draw a diagram of a meter bridge. बना लीजिए. Here we are showing thick copper strips. Thicker the strip, smaller will be the resistance. There is a gap here, then there is another gap, and बना लीजिए diagram मेरे साथ. Thicker the strip, smaller will be the resistance. Here we will draw a point A, a point B, and a wire is connected between the 2 points, and the length of this wire is exactly 100 centimeters. In the first gap, we can show a resistor whose value we want to determine. We can mark the value of the resistor as X. In the second gap, we can have a known resistor capital R. Across AB, we can connect a battery. Let me mark a point C over here, connect a galvanometer, and then let me show a jockey. This pointer is made to slide very gently along this wire so that the galvanometer gives no deflection, null deflection. क्या करते हैं? ये जो जॉकी है इसको जेंटली स्लाइड करते हैं along the wire AB and we try to find a point D on it for which the galvanometer gives what? No deflection, null deflection. मान लिया ये पहली लेंथ L है तो ऑटोमेटिकली जो सेकंड लेंथ होगी that would be, क्योंकि total is 100 तो second length will become 100 minus L. I hope you remember कि जो resistance of the wire है AD वो directly proportional होगा L के and resistance of the wire DB वो directly proportional होगा 200 minus L. You will say ये modified form कैसे है of Wheatstone network? आपको याद होगा AB was what? The battery arm जो यहाँ connected है. फिर उसके अंदर CD was what? Galvanometer arm. उसके बाद there were 4 resistors. कौन-कौन से? R1, R2, R3, R4. यहाँ पे कौन-कौन से हैं? X है, R है, R suffix AD है और R suffix तो ये क्या है? एक modified form है of what? Wheatstone network. So we'll write gently slide the jockey along the wire AB and obtain a point D on it for which the galvanometer gives null deflection, no deflection. So right, since the bridge is balanced, therefore, first resistance divided by second is equal to this resistance R suffix AD divided by R suffix DB. In the next line, we can write X by R is equal to R suffix AD is directly proportional to L, R suffix DB is directly proportional to 100 minus L. So X की value will be R multiplied by L divided by 100 minus L. Thus, knowing capital R and L, we can determine the value of a resistor. For the next class, we can write the heading. Heading is to find resistivity of a wire. To find the resistivity of a wire. तो बहुत important points आज ये हैं, तो इनको kindly आप revise कर लें एक बार and ensure that you are able to write it in the exam. ठीक है, thank you.